Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Sportsman's Warehouse and the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And actually, my voice, I think, is getting more Kenny Rogers-like all the time. So we'll see. I don't see Dolly Parton around here, but we'll do the best we can. I got Frank Barton here. Good morning, Frank.
Good morning, Larry. Good morning, everybody. And
we're making it, right?
You seem to be doing pretty good.
I think your
voice is going to make it.
I think it's going to make it. I've got my drink right there, and of course, John Bannister. We can always bring John in because he would definitely throw off the truck driver going down I-55 with his Leeds, England. I've heard of Leeds High School in Birmingham, Alabama.
Well, we have that saying. You can tell he ain't from around here.
You don't think he's around here?
Not from around here, but that's all right. I enjoy listening to him.
Well, John, I know that this next guest is coming on. He's going to be like you, one of the seminar speakers. He is a longtime participant in the Mid-South Sports RV and Boat Show at the Agri Center under the direction of the Lovell family and Expo South and Universal Fairs. And I am back out there again this weekend. I look forward to seeing John. Because, John, the seminars now, they will be back in the room, John. So they'll be in the seminar room.
Oh,
they
good.
won't be on the stage or anything. So
that's good.
And so you're going to have to probably, let's see, you're going to follow this guy at least one time, and one time you're going to be ahead of him. It's probably better to be ahead of him than try to follow him. Because he's done a few seminars in his lifetime. You don't call Wilson Frazier the professor for anything. And Wilson will be part of our show next weekend, and we have him on the line from Old Middle Tennessee. Good morning, Wilson.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you?
We're doing great. Have you ever done a seminar before, Wilson?
Once.
Once? How did it go? Did it go okay?
Well, I thought I was at McDonald's, but I was at Taco Bell, so it didn't go well.
Oh, it was probably crunchy, more than likely than everything.
Yes, it was.
I would not hesitate to guess that you've probably done more seminars than anybody that I know, because you've been doing it for a while. What's the kick you get out of doing these seminars?
People.
In what way?
Well, I enjoy the sharing of information, and that's what teachers do, is they just share information. And I enjoy that tremendously and have for years. And since I'm from Texas and have a license to talk, I do that a lot. But sharing the information with the people.
And that's what it is. And the information, folks, I know that Wilson can talk on so many different subjects because he's been involved in the evolution, so to speak, of the sport of fishing. Golly, Wilson, we could look back, and you and I could look back and say 30 years ago, where it's gone in 30 years. I mean, and you would always say the electronics is up at the top of that list, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there's been lots of changes in electronics from, the last 30 years. Certainly a lot of changes in the last 10 years.
In 10 years? Yeah.
Yeah, the last 10 years they've changed a great deal.
So what are you going to be talking about over here? Wilson will be at 3 o'clock on Friday, 11 o'clock on Saturday, and of course we're going to use him 3 times. So 1 o'clock on Sunday. So what's you going to give them some tips on sonar and GPS and things along that line?
Yes, what information I try to share. I spent 35 years or so as a pro staffer with Lowrance and 7 years as their tournament tech out on the tournament trail. And in 2007, I was out 46 weeks that year somewhere there.
46
at some
weeks.
Body of water, and literally from the Pacific to the Atlantic, the Gulf of Mexico.
Amazing. Yeah.
Been out there a while, but the electronics and what I talk about are things that you're not going to find on YouTube, and you're not going to find really in a book someplace. It's about what sonar really is, not what you think it is, and how it really works and how you can use it to your advantage to put yourself in a position where there are fish, and then use your skill to try to entice those fish to get on that hook so you can lift one out or crank one in.
And again, we're talking to Wilson Frazier, and I know he's explained this before, but folks would like to hear that, how you got that AKA nickname, the Professor.
Well, I'm just Wilson.
Yeah.
But the pros started calling me the Professor about 2003, 4,
early,
something like that.
Yeah, early 2000. Early. Okay, yeah.
And it just, I want to say, it's just kind of stuck.
It has.
Because I was working on their equipment or fixing the equipment for them that was broken, but trying to educate them on what settings they needed to have and how to get the most out of it, and then position yourself back where the fish were, because you're in the boat moving.
Yeah.
And you need to turn around and go back to where you were. And I call that back to it.
Back to it.
Get back to it.
Okay.
And a lot of people have trouble with back to it, so they go out and put out crappie beds, and somebody comes out in the middle of the night with anchors or grapples and moves those crappie beds someplace else from where they put them.
You don't think they do that, do you? No.
Well, of course they don't. But there's a lot more information that you need to know rather than just pushing the buttons, because after all, you're sitting in front of a radio because it's sound only.
Yes. Yeah.
Trying to watch TV.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
that's not what it is.
And what it is here is a chance for you folks out there, as John Bannister will tell you from the Mid-South Fly Fishers, and Wilson will say, these seminars are all part of your ticket to next week's show. So you don't pay any extra for this, and you're going to have a chance to go one-on-one. And I've seen Wilson at work, and you really, I think you enjoy what you're doing, don't you, Wilson?
I love it. It's a passion for me. And I'm thankful that at this stage in my life, and for certainly more than 2 decades, I've been able to share this information with people and help them understand what and where, what you're looking at, where it really is, and how to get back to it.
And your roots, you told me, your roots are in Texas, but you've been in Tennessee for a while, right?
I crossed the muddy Mississippi in 1967, and I lived in Memphis until '82, and I moved over to Nashville. So I currently live in Nashville.
Well, we're looking forward to having you, and that's Wilson Frazier, folks. Hey, you could Google the Professor. You could Google Wilson Frazier. He's got a wonderful web page. Got a lot of information on his web page, and we're looking forward to having Wilson. He's going to kick off all the seminars. We got more than 15 hours of seminars, and that's on next Friday, the 21st at 3 p.m. Wilson Frazier, a.k.a. the Professor. Wilson, thank you, buddy. Look forward to seeing you next weekend. You take care of yourself, okay, and safe travels. All right?
I'll do it, Larry. Looking forward to seeing you, and I hope your voice, and I'm sure by the time I see you, your voice will be a lot better.
Oh, it's going to be a lot better, Wilson. That's right. Thank you, buddy. Have a great one. All right.
You too.
All right. Okay, Wilson Frazier. And, the seminars are all part of this. And you are going to be, in your seminars, are you going to do some hands-on? Are you going to give some people a chance to actually hold a rod or something like that?
Yeah, we have, there's something called like an indoor practice rod. It's a very short rod that casts like a yarn fly line.
Uh-huh.
And, you can, I have a couple of them, and I have to just sit in my armchair and play casting games. Like I'll turn the ceiling fan off, and you cast up to one blade and flick it and turn the fan and try and speed it up by doing that. So, man, I'll have one of those, and
you guys you guys will have a booth. You'll be fly tying there, right?
Oh, I'll be tying flies. So if you want to come along and see how we make some of the bass bugs and
it's amazing
worms and everything,
how can you concentrate with all that going on around you?
Sometimes it's hard.
It is, isn't it? Because you have those different kind of things, and I know that. Do you fly fish? Are you?
I have attempted to fly fish, but that's been a long time ago.
I'm with you. Okay.
It was just an attempt, and then
it looks so pretty.
And then it does look pretty. Then then I started looking at opportunities and where you go and everything, and I said, well, this is not something I get to use a whole lot. So
well, you're a busy man with dogs.
And the dogs. It's one thing I've learned about training dogs. You don't see too many people with other major hobbies like golf.
No, you don't.
Or in this case, maybe Now I do have some friends that are pro trainers that can't wait for the circuit to finish up during the wintertime because
so they can
go bass fishing.
Yes,
they like to bass fish.
Well,
and duck hunt when they can, but bass fish.
Well, let me ask you before we got this little time in there. I wanted to squeeze it in. Is the new slingshot out?
The new slingshot's been introduced.
Okay,
I've
seen it. You've seen it.
They will not start shipping them until late April or early May.
So maybe by the April show when you're here, you could have one. Maybe.
Well,
you hope
that's the
third Saturday?
Initially they're gonna send them out to people that have ordered early pre-sales.
Yeah.
And they'll ship those to those people first that have put their name on the line, and
it's going to be different.
Honed up some money. Yeah, it's got automatic transmission. That's the biggie. And
that's the big thing.
And a Polaris engine. That'll be the second big thing. So we're excited about it.
I'm excited about it too because, of course, when I think of the slingshot, I'm thinking good weather.
Well, it certainly is with that open cockpit, open air. It lends itself to the nice conditions.
I will have to tell you, when I was over at the Shake Shack recently and got to visit with the younger tacker, I keep whatever his Mark, what's his
Jeff.
Jeff, got to visit with Jeff.
Jeff owns the slingshot.
Yeah, Jeff, and he was talking about his slingshot. Yeah, so and he entertained our group there. If you have not ever been to the Shake Shack in Marion, Arkansas, Tacker's Shake Shack, they know this man sitting next to me. He's a frequent customer, like frequent flyer. But Jeff was talking about wanting to see the new one. The new slingshot, but
I threw him for a loop. I went in the other day, and I've kind of changed my diet a little bit.
And they said you didn't get the big jive.
And they said, and they started to pre-order for me, and I said, no, I'm not having that this time. And they looked at me kind of funny. So they're good folks over there.
Very good folks.
Tacker Shake Shack, Marion, Arkansas.
Head over there today. I would if I could. Let's take a break. Come back. Frank Barton is in the studio, and I think I'll let Frank introduce this next segment because he don't have a problem with that. John Bannister is here from the Mid-South Fly Fisher. Talk some more with John on Outdoors with Larry Ray. Be right back.